Good afternoon, everyone. Ang pipili na yung topic is Sendai Framework for Disaster Risk Reduction 2015. And in Sendai name is from the originated name sa Japanese. And also, kaya mo lang nagpili po din sa laing country and mo lang related. And so, sa Sendai Framework for Disaster Risk Reduction 2015, significance and the Sendai Framework outlines actions to prevent and reduce disaster risk. It aims to protect lives, livelihoods, and assets from disaster over the 15 years. And connection with tourism. So, sa daw yung connection lang sa tourism. So, disaster risk reduction is crucial for tourism resilience. By implementing the framework, destination can enhance preparedness, recovery, and long-term sustainability, benefiting both tourists and local communities. So, Sendai Framework for Disaster Risk Reduction, ang goal nila is focus on preventing new risks, reducing existing risks, and strengthening resilience, as well as a set of guiding principles including primary responsibility of states to prevent and reduce disaster risk all of society and all of states. So, dili ra sa Japan o ang Guatemala ang naggamit ani but also in other states code. So, next is the Sendai Framework for Disaster Risk Reduction 2015-2030 global blueprint aimed at preventing new disaster and reducing existing disaster risk. So, kanina framework for disaster risk reductions kay i-adapt ni sa laing nasod, for example sa Japan in 2015-2030. And next is one. Money, there are the key points. Number one, kay targets and priorities. The framework outlines seven clear targets and 4 priorities for action. First is understanding disaster risk, enhancing knowledge about risk. So it is very important to know and understand of risk disaster in order for us to prevent or aware when disaster arrive. So ikaw naman tayo sa pagbansa, naka-experience naman sa bagay school na to na itudluan tanin sa unsa ang disaster risk or unsa ang pag-prevent anin. The next is strengthening disaster risk governance, effective management of risk. So, ari dahil tapita kay strengthening disaster risk governance kay nag-emphasize nga it is very important to coordinate or collaborate sa lain governance or individual communities or among various actions to manage the disaster risk or makahimong plano. The next is the investing in disaster reduction, building resilience. So, ari sa investing in disaster reduction, the goal is to make communities more resilient, meaning they can back more quickly and effectively after disaster. So, after the disaster nga na-experience sila, naka-Japon sila nang naka-invest or naka-barog na dayon after ato tungod sa mga kuan nila ang pagtinabagay or confidence sa ilang kagalingon. So, next is the enhancing disaster preparedness. So, ari kay more focus sila sa usaon pag-response or recovery kung ang kanang bitaw nga binuhatan kung effective ba na sa mga tao. So, mao na ang enhancing disaster preparedness. The next is number 2 kay global adoption. It emphasizes collaboration among governments, private sectors, and stakeholders beyond the traditional disaster risk reduction community. So, same ra Japan nga it involves a range of actions taken by individuals, communities, governments, and organizations to minimize the negative effects of disaster and build resilience. The next is, last one is health links. Unlike its predecessors, the Yogo framework for action, the Sendai framework places substantial emphasis on health and well-being. It recognizes that disaster impacts are influenced by physical, social, economic, and environmental factors requiring actions across various sectors. So, ari sa health leads day kay nag-aim sila sa kanang itong kalawasan na to or health. By adopting health plans, it aims to ensure that disaster management efforts prioritize the protections of human health and well-being. Pwede.
So, ang country nga ako pipili nga nag-adapt sa Sendai framework kay ang Guatemala, which is nag-launch sila of early warnings for all initiative pag March 12, 2024. So, kanina ka na ilang launch kay will consolidate multi-agency efforts to address existing gaps in risk, knowledge, hazard monitoring, and forecasting, warning dissemination, and communication, and rapid response. So, intended din siya para ma-support sa robust monitoring and evaluation system that will track towards strengthening the early warning. So, ang kaning So, na-statement din sa Sendai Framework for Disaster nga kanang ang ilahang goal kay mo protect to prevent and reduce disaster risk niya mo protect po og lives. So ang kanang ang goal po sa kanang Guatemala para sa early warnings kay will allow communities to actively participate in risk management processes, thus enhancing the overall effectiveness of disaster response strategies through improved communication, training, and resource allocation. We are committed to build an informed, prepared, and resilient society in the face of adversity. People-centered, so para nila kung kanang nakaibaw gani ang kanang community or ang mga tao sa ilahang kanang ang mga tao dito kay mas daghan ang mas safe nga kinabuhi kay baw man sila unsaon pag-reduce o unsaon pag-prevent sa mga risk nga mahitabo gamit pod ani nga early warning.